This is what David and his men arrived home to. Look at verse 4 again. Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voices and wept until they had no more power to weep. They didn't say cry, they said weep. Y'all, that means they was getting it in. You ever cried that hard? You ain't got no more tears left to cry? My goodness. But this is what separates champions from regular folks. This is what qualifies David as a champion. After you have cried, and it's okay to cry, let it out. But after you have cried, now the question becomes, now what are you going to do? And I'm specifically talking to somebody right there. Now what are you going to do? You've had your pity party. Had the hat on, blue thing and everything. You was looking real cute. Now what are you going to do? You cried when nobody else was around. Now what are you going to do? You've lost the job. Now what are you going to do? They've hurt you really bad. Now what are you going to do? You've lost the home. Car been repossessed. Now what are you going to do? The difference between a champion and everybody else is that a champion understands that their dilemma is not the ending. That this is only the beginning to prove that I have something in me to get everything back. That if I'm going to come out of whatever I am in, I understand that victory begins with me. How are you going to respond? How have you responded? Your response to adversity is what separates the men from the boys. It's what separates the women from the girls. Now watch this. Put up 1 Samuel 30:6. We are about to see two different responses from people who are going through the exact same thing. Two separate responses. And we're about to see a difference. I'm just going to read the first part of verse 6. Now David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him. Leave verse 6 up, please. I'm going to stop right there. That's response number one. The people spoke of stoning him. How many times do we face a crisis and we have to find something or someone to blame? The Lord told me to tell somebody here today, stop blaming yourself. It is what it is. Move on. How many times have we taken our frustrations out on somebody who didn't even deserve it? I don't know who I'm talking to now, but you need to apologize. It is not their fault for what you were dealing with, and you're taking it out on them. Playing the blame game is not the response of a champion. David is grieving just like they are grieving. They are going through the exact same thing. But these men want to take all of their frustration, anger, pain, and hurt out on David, and David didn't do anything. David didn't have nothing to do with the city being burnt down. He had nothing to do with their family being taken away, but they want to take it out on him. The people are showing you the response of chumps, but David is about to show you the response of a champ. David is about to show you going through the exact same thing.